Hi, welcome Pisces to your July general read, July 2021. We've made it to yet another month, and let's see what it has for you. Don't mind my fan in the background or any noise. I have my window open and I live on a busy street. But yeah, let's see what this season and your other fellow water sign brings for you. I will pull 3 cards for each week and see what the general energy is for the week, and then we'll do a general energy card and an advice card at the end as well. Okay, so for the first week of July, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Strength card in the uprights, and the Death in reverse. So, 2 major arcana cards here back to back. The King of Pentacles in reverse can talk about coming out of boredom, stagnation, being too still, perhaps. For others, it can be an energy of being selfish and boasty, like, someone boasting a lot that they got it all, don't need anyone, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need this person, whatever it is. Like, it can be like a little bit cocky when it comes down to material things, status, right, wealth, that sort of energy. It could be love for some of you. Someone around you or yourself could be feeling this about love, but I feel like it's more about like status, and just being a little like arrogant, For others, it could be the fact that you feel that you're not making enough to be where you want to be financially. It's like, I don't feel like I'm sitting in my throne. I feel like maybe I have a lot of expenses, more than what I anticipated, or I can't make ends meet here, or I would like to have more money for me. Like, for some of you, it's like some lack of confidence when it comes down to your income, career, or even love. Maybe you feel like you don't have much to offer, right? It's just a big lack of confidence here, but mostly when it's material things, so career, or just maybe not having the big house with the huge yard and a driveway or something, whatever it may be for you that's perfect, that you desire. And so I feel like that's for most of you. For others of you, you could just be dealing with someone, or you yourself come off arrogantly, selfish, not, stingy, not really like trying to help out or spend a dime on something that is not on yourself, or something like that, right? Or it could be someone around you, maybe even a coworker, a boss, or just someone a partner, whatever. The Strength card in the upright talks about needing strength, and you will have it when it's in the upright. Usually when it's reversed, you're lacking it, and you need to put a little bit more effort on pulling through. But when I see it in the upright, I feel like you will definitely come across an energy of feeling kind of depleted, but you actually don't get depleted, if that makes sense. It's like you can feel yourself exhausted emotionally, right, internally, physically, mentally. You feel yourself getting there, you feel yourself possibly already there, but you pull through. It's like you kind of talk to yourself and you're like, I got this. You remember who you are, you're just like, no, I got this, I'm gonna pull through, I'm fine, I'm gonna get through this, I know I can, I always have, I always will, right? It's like you end up pulling the strength, because whatever it is that's going on, and I feel like a lot of it is financial, there's some type of improvement that you would like to happen here with your material wealth, and I feel, or with your job or whatnot, and I feel like it's going to call for some strength, right? You could be maybe going through a little bit of hardships, and you're like, oh my God, it's like, I gotta pull through this. I'm gonna be fine. I don't care. Like, I got this. Okay. With the death in reverse, it can talk about revisiting something that was dead and gone. Something that ended, something that maybe you or someone didn't see it resurfacing, and it just that, like, it resurfaced. It's like reopening that book, that chapter that was closed up and put away. So the death is reverse, is going back to something that again once existed, but there was an ending to it. This is for the first week. For the second week of July, we have the Chariot in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, I feel strongly there's some type of, for you, like a general read again, but for some of you, I feel like there's a lack of love here. But for a lot of other you, for a lot of you actually, this could be someone in the past returning, or for others of you, you're trying to move on from the past. So you could be, reminisceful and think about maybe a union or a possibility that you had with someone. But I feel like you met someone in the past that you had mutual things in common with, and you both liked each other, or so you thought, and there was a fallout. Somebody was no longer interested, or putting in the work like they once were, or showing interest like they were at the beginning, and you're trying to move past it. You're thinking about it, but it's like, it's okay to think about the past here and there, because there's always lessons to be remembered, and have us not do again, or whatnot. But don't get lost in the past, because it's the past for a reason. For others of you, someone from the past could be returning, and you're not interested. It's not the same. Somebody here leveled up, and they're not interested anymore, and they will let it be known, or just not correspond, right? The Chariot in reverse talks about not coming through with something. It's a major arcana card here. This is someone that maybe wasn't as charming as you thought, wasn't 100% maybe honest. Somebody here wasn't so humble. He wasn't like this royalty type of, or she wasn't this royalty type of person like they made themselves be. For others of you, sometimes when I see the Chariot in reverse, could talk about like a halt in traveling, or maybe your car needs to go in for a check-in. It's like traveling problems a little bit, whatever it is that you use for transportation, or actual maybe even travel plans. Yeah, somebody here doesn't come through for others of you in the past. It's I get like silence. Even if you do get somebody to come back, there's no interest, so I don't feel it going anywhere. If it's you thinking about how nothing works out, or you haven't had anybody come along that interests you, it happens. Doesn't mean you won't. Next year is going to be super big for Pisces. Okay, Jupiter will be in your sign, and a lot of amazing things happen when Jupiter is in your sign, and a lot of people find love if you're single. So if this is not love or anything like that, you could just be thinking about something in the past that once brought you joy or reminded you of your childhood, and you don't feel connected to it anymore. You know, it's like you're kind of bummed that something didn't go about whatever it is that you were working on, thinking about, whatever love you were putting into something in the past. You're thinking about it and thinking, yeah, that didn't really go off the way I intended to. Like, I thought it was going good, or I thought it was gonna go super well, and you know, it didn't come through. It didn't go through. It didn't succeed. It didn't take off. And you could be thinking about that. For the third week of July, we have the Ace of Wands in the upright, the Page of Cups reverse, and the Hangman in the upright. So, third week of July, we're definitely attracted to something here with the Ace of Wands, or you know, whatever was missing here on the second week. Some idea pops up, some attractiveness comes up. You find someone attractive, or someone finds you attractive, or you could just be in like a sudden urge to start something. It's like you have so much like excitement for it with the Ace of Wands. This usually is my sex card, so if you're single, somebody here is interested very much in someone else. Like they find them at least very attractive, or there's an idea here that is really attracting you to manifest it in the future. The Page of Cups reverse talks about an opportunity here not coming through in love, or with something that you thought your heart was going to be poured into. Page of Wands is like taking it back, or not even making the offer to begin with, right? And it's heart matters, something emotional, something that, you know, it's more emotion than logic, something that you were curious about. The Hangman in the upright talks about just hanging out, literally. It's like you're waiting, you're trying to let things play out here. Mid-month, you're just kind of like, I feel like there's nothing too exciting going on, and you're just kind of like wanting that excitement. You kind of find it though here with something you do find attractive here, but it doesn't go anywhere, or it could be immature, or maybe you can lack some info, right? Something's a little off, and so you're just kind of like waiting and kind of like, what should I do? Like, you know, it's just like kind of, I feel like you're like waiting with this card, or just playing it out. It's like I feel like you feel something coming, but you can't just yet put your hand on it, right? For the fourth week, we have the Ace of Cups. Did I not just say, like, you feel like something's coming, but you can't quite put your hand on it? And here's the Ace of Cups. Wait no more, Pisces. Four of Swords in the upright. Page of Pentacles. Wow. Just said it. I feel like you feel like something's not going to come through because it hasn't. Maybe you're thinking about, like, some past disappointments. Right, second week of July, a little bit midweek, towards the, you know, end of mid-July, you're like, I'm just gonna lay here. I know something's coming, so I'm gonna stay put right here. And then boom, something does come. The Ace of Cups offers. It's a cup. It's emotional. It's honest. It's grand. You know, it could be a grand gesture. It could be a little bit of a surprise. Is what I'm getting with that card for some reason. Four of Swords, it's like maybe you didn't, like, you know how I said surprise, maybe somebody here is thrown off, and you're like, oh, you know how you like get so surprised you have no reaction, so you're silent. I feel like you're a little bit silent, and then boom, here comes the offer. Here comes the Page of Pentacles. Not marriage or anything, but definitely some type of like solid offer to start with. Here, something you're like, all right, okay, I'll take it, because you are gonna take it. It's coming, you're gonna take it. The Ace of Cups, that Four of Swords, it's like I feel like you take a rest, like you're a little overwhelmed maybe, or you're just going to take some time to just kind of, rest up and ease your mind a little bit, and then you make the offer, somebody makes an offer, some other offer comes in. This could be even two different people, maybe a water sign and earth sign, doesn't have to be, but it could be two different people, or it could be the same person going from like, hey, let's go on a date, to like maybe buying you something nice or offering you a higher commitment or something, and like things start to get a little bit more solid. If it's not love related, it's definitely something here that you find passionate about, and you kind of take a little bit of a break, you kind of be in your feels, and then you're ready to move forward with it. Or if you put in an offer, right, maybe you saw something that made your cup full, and you're like, oh my god, yes, I'm gonna put an offer in, whatever, there's a little bit of silence here, and then boom, it's like you hear back, or you yourself, you make that bold move because you see it, and you're thinking about it. Well, you're not really thinking about it, you're taking a break. Sometimes I have a Pisces moon, so sometimes for me I have to like walk away, like I have to retreat, relax, and then reassess, because my emotions go all over the place. It's so mutable. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening here, and then you figure it out, or somebody here figures it out, and the light is green, and they go, and it's solid. If it's stability, if it's an offer, if it's a job, if you're applying or whatever, the end of the month, it looks really, really good in July for whatever it is that you're trying to get at. Okay, there might be a little bit of nothing much going on, maybe like first half of July, it's a lot of reassessing, reminiscing, kind of just pulling through, again, going back to the King of Pentacles, it's kind of like having the strength to pull through whatever, try to make ends meet, thinking of ways that you can improve your material wealth or your relationship, or your own self-esteem or whatever. And, maybe you're thinking about reopening a case from the past, but I feel like it doesn't go anywhere. Maybe you get an idea, but it doesn't really go anywhere until the last week of July. So that's really, really nice. So just hang in there, because again, the strength pop up, like you got this, and then the Hangman says like, just hang out, relax, take it day by day, don't sweat it, because that's a major arcana card, and then boom. Okay, I love that. So what you don't see coming, Pisces, is the Tower in reverse. I feel like it coincides with the Death in reverse. So something could be from the past. I don't feel like it though. If it's in regards to love. If it's in regards to readdressing something, yes. Like, I feel like there's some need of improvement here, and we go back to it to see how we can fix it, or the opportunity comes back around again. Right? For others of you, we're just simply avoiding some chaos. Okay, we're avoiding it, and I feel like this is kind of going back to the beginning of the week. We're avoiding, us, falling into some hardship, or in our own head, or emotions, or whatever. And you pull the Strength card to just not have things crumble. Right? Your advice for July: Knight of Cups. Nice. Make the offer, make the move forward to begin something new, whatever it is that you may be interested, passionate about, curious. For others, this is someone that could be coming in for you. Again, going back to that Ace of Cups, I feel like this is something grand. Jupiter is currently in your sign right now until the end of July 28th. So I feel like boom, Jupiter's gonna exit on the 28th and go back to Aquarius, and then it'll go back to your sign next year, right at the beginning, I think like 2 days before December ends of this year. And so when Jupiter leaves a sign, it always leaves gifts, and so it's gonna leave you gifts right now, and then it's going to revisit you, Jupiter, at the end of the year. All next year is gonna be there. So I feel like he's definitely gonna leave you a gift or gifts. Look at this. This is beautiful, Pisces. I'm so excited for you. Your advice is to say yes. Your advice is to go forward, to you know, um, put your heart out there, put your passion out there, keep striving. Things are gonna work out, and I wouldn't worry about much. It looks like a really phenomenal month. So I will leave you with that, Pisces, and I will see you next week with your weekly readings again. All right, bye.